Going live. I don't. Yes! All right. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the very first broadcast of Abstract Reality, a YouTube channel that Adam, who you'll see in the far left corner, and myself have started, dedicated to our favorite hobby, arguably the greatest hobby in the world, tabletop role-playing. I have the honor of running the very first game on this channel, and it's going to be the beginner box adventure of Fantasy Flight Games' Star Wars Edge of the Empire. So I am super duper excited. Before I introduce everyone, I just want to give, I believe it's called a shout out of recognition to a bunch of people that have just been so amazing in this whole endeavor. First and foremost, Adam Huffman is solely responsible for half of the preparation of this game. I would not have been able to run this tonight if it weren't for everything that he did to help with characters, putting the news out there, this is what we were doing, getting Abstract Reality set up as a channel. He's just amazing. He's my best friend and the love of my life, and I couldn't do this without you, sweetie. I love you. Second, I would like to just recognize and thank all of the amazing YouTubers at the YouTube RPG Brigade. I can't name you all, but off the top of my head, Mike from Mike the Piper, I'm not going to try to pronounce her last name, I'm sorry. Matt from A Fistful of Dice, the Carney brothers, Tim and James Carney from Tabletop Terrors, Nate from WASD 20, Alex, also known as Captain Gothnog, Juice with no I from Tabletop Gaming with Juice, Jenny, otherwise known as the Rogue DM, John Allen Large from Red Dice Diaries, and Matthew, who is also known as the Gentleman Gamer. He's no longer running a channel on YouTube, but he was definitely one of the initial inspirations for tabletop role-playing for myself and Adam, so we thank you so much for your contribution. And last but certainly not least, Mr. Michael Barker from Be a Better Game Master. This guy has been absolutely incredible in helping us and motivating us and encouraging us along the way and just giving us so much feedback and inspiration. It's so awesome to have been supported by everyone at the brigade, but especially Barker. So without further ado, I would like to start and let everyone introduce themselves. And my name is Megan. I don't think I said that. I just steal Absolute Tabletop's thing, one half of Abstract Reality. And I guess we'll start with Adam. Tell us about yourself and about the character that you're playing.
All right. I am Adam Huffman. I am a quarter of Abstract Reality. And I am playing... I know how to math. I'm an engineer. I am playing Lorik, the Wookiee hired gun, who is trying to escape gladiatorial slavery at the hands of Teemo the Hutt. And I will toss it to the person who is next to me. I can't see because I'm not wearing my eyes.
That would be Dave.
Hey everyone, name's Dave, obviously, just said. I am playing 41 Vex, a medical droid who is also trying to escape Teemo the Hutt, hoping to help my friend Lorik get out as well. And I think the next person to me is Rye.
Yeah.
It shows different in people's screens. I see Tony next, but yeah.
Oh, okay.
So my name is Rye. I live in Seattle, Washington, playing Lauren Anduin, which is a human smuggler. We're
nice.
Using my piloting skills, I think, probably to hit out a Shuuta at some point this afternoon.
Skilled pilot. Yep. Okay, yep. So my name is Tony. Appreciate you having me here. Looking forward to this. I'm playing Oscara, a bounty hunter from the planet Ryloth. Her sister got caught up in in some shady deals. So in order to try to save her, she lent her services out to Teemo the Hutt. She's been kind of serving him and doing some less than stellar things for him, and learned of a plot of his to that could potentially damage her hometown. So she's recruiting the help of Lorik and Eloran to try to get out of the service of Teemo the Hutt.
Okay. So, do you all know each other? I mean, obviously, Dave said that 41 Vex and Lorik know each other, but are you like good friends with each other, or?
41 Vex introduced Lorik to Eloran,
Okay.
and they hatched a plan to escape. And I believe Oscara knew the other two, but no, wait, she knew me.
Oh, okay. Okay. So that's why you're offering to help. She's not just like soliciting your help. Okay.
Right.
Okay. Well, I would like to ask everyone, if you want to go to YouTube and find the main theme for Star Wars, and then when I say like play, you'll understand why. So.
Nice.
Play.
Well, I got a Mountain Dew commercial to watch.
Domino's commercial.
Saw that coming.
Can everyone see my screen?
Oh, nice. There we go.
Awesome.
All right, commercial over.
Oh my
All I see
goodness.
is Tony's head. There we go.
You can click on it if you want. Wow. It's even timed perfectly for me.
Yay!
Music came down just as the text was scrolling off.
Sweet. Okay.
Nice.
All right. So I hope that worked out, that everyone could see my screen.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So I don't know if you noticed, if you had time to read everything, but you are running through the sun-scorched sands of Tatooine from a group of Gamorreans, which are Teemo the Hutt's goons. And you seek refuge in the nearest building, which happens to be the local cantina. So you step down a short flight of stairs into the cantina's shadowy common room, and the first thing that you feel is the cool air. It's a blessed relief from the hot suns of Tatooine. The atmosphere is kind of hazy. It's shadowy, and you get a definite sense that there's not many people here, even though the atmosphere seems to try to be making it as lively as possible. The Deveronian bartender pauses in his chores to kind of stare at you. His devilish features are intimidating. If you don't know what a Deveronian looks like, this is a bit what he looks like. So, can everyone see that?
Oh yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Nice.
So, you notice on a stage against the far wall, a Twi'lek woman is dancing to some music. It's recorded. There's not actually a live band present. But there are private booths lining the walls, and the cantina floor is kind of scattered with tables and chairs around. A few people are there, and as you enter, they kind of turn in their seats to stare at you. Um, the only other exit that you see from the room are what looks to be a storage closet in one corner and a doorway behind the Twilight Dancer. There's like a big curtain that covers the stage. The arched roof above you is supported by thick, heavy struts, and you only have a few moments to find a good hiding space because the Gamorreans are hot on your trail. So, what are you going to do?
Is there any games of chance going on the main floor? Any
Games
gambling?
of chance?
Yeah, gambling? Anybody doing
No,
cards or anything?
Not really. Actually, the people are kind of just drinking, or they seem to be sort of just relaxing and not doing anything particularly fun that you might at a bar.
Are they okay with droids in this bar?
Yeah, no one seems to really be alarmed by the fact that you're a droid or annoyed. If anyone has problems with droids, they're keeping it to themselves because nobody wants to start a bar fight. The Deveronian bartender is pretty nasty to deal with. So.
All right. So you said that the roof is supported by large, thick beams.
It's true. It is.
Does it look like I might be able to jump up there and hide?
Yeah, actually.
Wow.
Sorry, let me just find that option because that is an option. So you would need to give me an athletics check.
All right. And what would the difficulty be?
It's going to be easy, so it's just one difficulty die.
All right. So athletics is 1 yellow and 3 green and 1 purple.
Maybe I can boost him up and give him some a boost die or something.
Yeah, absolutely. Go for it.
Are you heavy?
I'm a Wookiee, so I imagine so.
Well, I'll try.
And you're a droid. It would be like C-3PO trying to lift Chewbacca.
No, I'm the human. I'm the human. I think who is the droid anyway?
Oh, I'm sorry. It's Dave. Dave's the droid.
All right. So I get to add a boost die.
And then as soon as he gets up there, I'm gonna run over to the bar and just kind of start chit-chatting with the bartender. And I'm also gonna unholster my weapon in case we get some unfriendlies coming through the door.
Wow. I don't know if you guys can see his roll, but that's pretty amazing.
Ooh.
So it looks like 3 successes and 3 advantages.
Yeah, so not only do you get up there, but you get up there and it's like no one can see that you're up there.
Well, actually, if it's all right, what I would like to
Okay.
do with my advantages is possibly reach down and lift and pull someone else up with me.
Yeah, you could do that.
So who wants to be the person hiding up in the rafters?
I think maybe I'm a little lighter. Maybe Oscar was following close behind and taking advantage when she can get it.
All right, hop on up there.
Nice.
Does the Wookiee speak common, or does he only speak Kashyyyk?
No, he only speaks his native tongue.
But you are all able to understand what I'm saying, even if I don't speak basic.
Hmm.
He mostly speaks mime.
I was just hoping I'd get you to go "Rrrr" every time you want to talk, but okay.
Guys, I am very sorry, but
Oh,
I'm going
you
to
have to
to.
leave? Okay.
Yeah, I was going to hide under a table, but
Okay, we'll just leave you there. How's that?
You could try that at work. Maybe it'll work there too.
I wish. I'm getting emails in though. So I'm on the PC, obviously on Hangouts, but yeah, no cursing.
Okay.
I'm really, really sorry for that.
No, don't worry about it. Your
Um,
job is more important. That's what you get paid for.
If we die, it's
Okay,
your
well,
fault, Dave. Just so you know.
Yeah.
well, I've got the medicine, and you guys have the sheet anyway, right? You Vex's sheets, so
So we can
I'm
loot.
sure all he's going to do is all I was going to do was try and as the character was try and protect the Wookiee,
Ah, okay.
because you always let the Wookiee win. That was. But anyway, I'm very sorry. I'm going to have to go and take these phone calls.
All right. Well, have a great evening or
Well,
morning or whatever time it is.
thank you. Thank you.
Bye.
All right.
Oh, that's sad. It's
Suddenly, the droid explodes.
No.
Packs from him.
We'll say that like he wasn't with you to begin with, and you find him later or something.
Is he a critical part of the campaign? Because if we need to, I can run 2 characters.
No, I mean he's not critical. It's best if you have 4 against what is in the adventure, but I can work with only 3 PCs. So.
Okay.
Yeah. All right. So Oscara has hidden. Lorik has hidden. What are you gonna do, Lauren?
I'm going to run over to the bartender and sit down at the bar and talk to the Deveroni, and then I'm also going to reach in and grab my pistol out just to get ready. Someone kind of hold it right here, where my back is to the door, but I'm kind of waiting for them to come in the door. Does that make sense?
Okay. Okay. So you're not gonna try to hide. You're gonna try to blend in.
Just blend in. Yep. Just
Okay.
a guy drinking at
All
the
right.
bar.
Okay. You can do that definitely.
Just out of curiosity, is this a bar that we...
Give me a. Pardon?
Oh, sorry. Just out of curiosity, is this a bar that we've come to before? Does the Deveronian know us in here? I wonder.
I would say that he's probably seen you in passing, but I don't think you're just really chummy with each other or anything.
Makes sense.
Yeah. It depends on how long you guys have been in Shuuta.
Right.
How long have we been here?
That's what I'm asking you as far as your backstories go.
Oh, okay.
At least a few months, but maybe not a long-term sort of arrangement just quite yet.
Well, I would say that you have a really close affiliation with Teemo the Hutt, and his palace is really probably where you've been hanging out the most. So.
Oh yeah, he's probably got plenty of bars there.
Yeah.
Nice.
All right. So, since you're going to sit down, Lauren, at the bar, give me a cool check, just to see if you can successfully blend in.
What's the difficulty?
Oh, it's simple.
Is that 1?
Yeah.
Or 2?
No, nothing. Sorry, nothing.
Do you guys see that at all? I don't see a roll anywhere.
It's not coming up.
I hit the roll button.
Were you all able to see mine?
I wasn't able to see yours either, no.
I was able to
That's
see.
really odd.
Where is it showing up anyway? Is it showing up on the top of the screen?
No,
It's
to the right.
in the corner in the bar where there's a bunch of dice.
Let me try and reload this program. Maybe it's screwed up.
Okay.
All right, try again. Nothing.
That's weird.
Is it showing up for your screen? Because you could just tell me.
No, it's not. It's not doing anything. Actually, I adjust the number of dice and I hit the roll button and it does absolutely nothing.
Wow.
Is there something else I'm supposed to be doing with this little app?
I don't think so.
Did you guys just adjust the dice number and hit roll?
I haven't adjusted anything, no.
Let me use Dice Stream. I've had good luck with that. Oh, it's not Dice Stream. This one.
The blue icon one.
Let me try this one.
YouTube
That one works.
Hangout tools.
Can you see that at all?
I don't see it. Where would it show up?
Before it used to.
It asks for permission. I can see it.
I can't. I mean, I didn't check anything whenever it asked for permission. Let me see here. Oh, that's the chat. Nope, I don't see it. Where did it go?
Megan, is there like a little blue circle on the side of your toolbar?
No.
Edge of the Empire Hangout tools. Looks like a blue crosshair.
Says, okay, allow. Continue. Oh, interesting. That's totally different. Okay, I have that, but all it has is the role options for me. It doesn't have anything that showed up from anyone else.
Let me try rolling again, see if it comes up.
Okay. Oh, yep,
Yes,
I got it.
I saw that.
Okay, so you got a success and 2 advantages. Okay. So, you actually happen to catch the bartender in a good mood. So when you sit down, he's kind of chatty, and he sort of asks you about your day as he's cleaning glasses.
Nice.
Tony, are you able to see the dice?
I opened it up just after he did the roll, but I've got the app open now, so hopefully I'm good to go.
Okay.
I don't know why the other one's not working, but...
All right. So everyone is hidden, it would seem.
Nice.
Moments after you hide yourselves, a small troop of pig-like Gamorreans carrying heavy, bone-breaking clubs steps through the door. These are Teemo's enforcers. They blink their beady little eyes into the gloomy room, peering about, and then, seeing nothing of interest, they grunt and whine in their primitive language and turn to go. You know they'll keep looking for you until you take them out. But with their backs turned, this is the perfect moment to strike.
So anyone who can see Lorik would notice that he grips the handle of his vibro axe very tightly, and he sort of growls low under his breath. And if it's possible, I would like to jump down and, do like a plunging strike on one of the Gamorreans.
Awesome.
Nice.
I'm gonna whirl in my seat with my pistol, and I'm gonna shoot first.
Trying to steal the glory.
That's pretty sweet. Okay, so I am going to say that this is an easy check because you're kind of taking him down from above. So go ahead and give me.
All right, that is 1 yellow and 3 green. And it's 1 purple die?
Yes.
Okay, here we go.
Ooh, wow.
Triumph.
A triumph. Okay, so you actually managed to take out 2 with your swing. How much damage do you inflict?
So that would be 10 points of damage.
Oh my goodness gracious.
And to flavor it, everyone in the bar suddenly hears this and just this loud crunch as this vibroaxe is buried in this pig man.
So everyone sort of like turns quickly as they realize what's just happened. I mean, when the Gamorreans enter, they sort of like sit very still and kind of try not to gather any sort of attention or draw any sort of attention. But whenever this giant furry thing comes flying from the rafters, they just freak out. And the Deveronian bartender sort of disappears behind the bar, cowering. The Twilight dancer over at the stage, she lets out a shriek before she runs behind the curtain, and all of the other patrons just sort of scramble for cover because they realize shit's about to go down.
Now, was 10 points enough to finish one of them?
Yeah, definitely. You killed one of them outright, and you severely wounded another.
Yeah, so I pull the axe out of the one that I kill, and I do this twirling strike and catch the other one across the face, sort of like scarring his cheeks.
Oh my goodness. Okay, yeah. So how much damage would that be?
Well, is it not the same?
Oh, I see. So in the same action. Okay, I thought you were using the triumph as like a
No, no,
bonus
yeah,
action.
you said that with the triumph I could injure 2 of them.
Yeah, yeah.
And so that's, yeah.
Okay. So yeah, he sort of like, scrunches back in pain and lets out this awful pig squeal. Yeah, exactly like that. Yeah. It's even more horrifying than the Wookiee flying from the ceiling. and Lauren, it is your turn.
So I'm shooting with my light blaster. So what was the difficulty on that one?
You are sitting at the bar. So hold on, let me look at the map quickly. And if you guys want to see the map, just let me know. I can show you. All right. So yeah, you're in pretty close range. You're not exactly engaged, but you're in short range. So that would be an average difficulty. So just 2.
Which is 2?
Yeah. All right. Wow. You're rolling really well tonight.
Rock that one, yeah.
Yeah, okay. So you fire your blaster and it hits one of them square in the neck. And this like, just shot goes through and you see this steam coming up from this hole in their throat. How much damage do you inflict?
That is a very good question. 6. What I wasn't exactly sure about your writing here. It says 6 plus 1 per success. So.
Yes, so...
Is that for every extra success?
Right, for every extra success, you do an extra point of damage.
Okay. So what do I have? 1 extra success?
Yes, and then 3 advantage.
And what about the triumph thing? Or this one, is that a... Oh, that's an advantage. Okay, so that's 2 extra ones, right? 2 extra successes?
I'm not
That's
sure.
what it looks like.
Because you have 1... That cancels that one out, so you have 2 more, so it's 8 damage.
8 damage. Oh my goodness. Okay, so this wound through the throat, I mean, it starts just bleeding, gushing blood, and the pig, he tries to scream, but this gargly kind of awful sound comes out as he sort of like falls to the ground in pain, swinging his axe around wildly, and he ends up catching one of his fellow Gamorreans in the ankle.
Wow.
Yeah.
That must hurt.
Yeah. He's not quite dead yet, but he is in a lot of pain.
Yeah.
Now with the hole through his neck, he better be dying soon.
So, Skara, what do you want to do?
Well, I'm going to. I'm not sure how precarious I am up here, but seeing as I have an advantage being out of the range, I might like to try to stay up here and take a shot with my blaster if I can.
Okay, all right.
Is that possible?
Is there any particular... There are 4 Gamorreans, and obviously one of them is dead, one of them is on the floor, one of them has been, like, just wounded across the face, and the other has been caught in the ankle by his buddy, and they're all sort of, like, frantically looking about. Right now they've got their eyes set on the Wookiee. The one who was, like, caught by the axe of the fallen one, he is after the pilot, but he tripped, and with the axe. So he hasn't gotten to the pilot yet, but there's no one who's like able to see you at the moment. You're totally hidden.
Okay. Maybe I'll take a shot at the one that's laying on the ground there.
Okay, absolutely.
See if
Go
I
for
can lessen the numbers a little. So this is a short range.
Well, you're actually pretty far away, so that would be 3.
Medium? Or
yeah.
Is
Yeah, because you're not jumping down; you're staying where you are. So.
Right. Okay, and that's is that 2 difficulty?
It's 3 difficulty.
3. Okay. All right. Whoa.
That's amazing. Are we sure this app isn't rigged?
What in the world?
Okay, so not only do you kill the Scamorian, I mean, I know you haven't like rolled for damage yet, but your blaster kind of deflects off of a part of his armor and goes flying up and catches another one in the side. So.
Wow. Haven't used this in a while, but feels good getting it back into shape.
So how much damage do you inflict?
I inflict 9, so 13.
Oh my goodness gracious.
Or,
Okay.
Actually, the triumph counts as a success too. Is that right?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay, so I guess 14.
Wow. Okay. So yeah, you've killed both of them. They just
Wow.
fall to the ground and squealing, howling pain.
All right.
Yeah, I did my damage wrong last time too. Oh well.
So there's one Gamorrean alive, guys. And it's
Which one is it?
It's his turn. The one that you got across the face.
All right.
Yeah. Maybe I should have added more Gamorreans. I mean, my goodness.
That's right.
So he is going to go straight for you, Lorik. And he's going to use his cudgel. And so it's going to be... Oh, wow. Okay. Alright, so he gets you, unfortunately. I'm sorry. But
How much damage does he do?
How much? I don't know. How much do you soak?
I soak 4.
You soak 4. Okay. How do I determine damage?
So the weapon should have a damage value listed next to it, and then it should be +1 for every success.
+1 for every success. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so that's 9.
9 points of damage?
Mm-hmm.
Is that after the soak?
That is. No, sorry, that's total. Sorry.
Okay, so then that would be 5 points of damage.
Yeah.
So he catches me pretty heavily across the head, and like I kneel over, from the impact, and I sort of, and I come up, and my eyes are just like this bloodshot color, and I am fuming.
Nice. You've angered the Wookiee.
Yeah, you've really angered the Wookiee. All right, so he just sort of like lets out this, gruff kind of like sniff, like steam kind of comes out of his nostrils. Some saliva is hanging off his awful canines that are sticking out of his lips. And he looks at you with just the meanest look ever. It is your turn, Lorik.
All right, Lorik is simply going to raise his vibroaxe above his head in a double-handed fashion and just lay the hammer down.
Nice. Okay, so since you're engaged, it's not going to be any dice. It's simple. So.
It's simple?
Yeah.
All right. So that is 1 yellow and 3 green.
Success.
So that is 10 points of damage plus 1 because I am enraged.
Nice.
So that is 11 points of damage.
Okay, so what does it look like when you kill this Gamorrean?
I cleave him in twain.
So just this awful smell of pig gut suddenly fills the cantina. Some people are struggling to keep their alcohol down. It smells so bad. And it's just like this gross squish that you guys hear as this axe goes just chopping clean through this awful, ugly, giant Gamorrean.
And then I pull a credit chip out of my bandolier and I flick it to the bartender because I assume he's come out of hiding by now. and in the Wookiee language, I say, "Sorry about the mess."
Great.
If he helped, he's a gladiator. I'm sure you can handle the mess.
Yeah, definitely.
I'm sure they're used to messes in this cantina.
Exactly.
Okay. So, the Gamorreans are defeated, obviously. Oscar, you can come down now if you want to. I'm not going to make you roll for it. You can just hop down.
All right, I'll come out of my hiding spot.
Okay. The silence that follows this fight is broken by kind of like slow, unamused applause. The
Are you not
Deveronian,
entertained?
the Deveronian bartender approaches you. He has just an almost inconvenienced look on his face, almost like he looked down at his soup and there was a fly in it, like that kind of look. And he just sort of laughs, a brittle kind of laugh. He's just, I guess you folks need to get off the planet in a hurry, huh? The good news for you is that I happen to know there's a freighter in the landing bay Arik right now. The bad news is its captain is Trex. He's an associate of the Hutts, and he won't just let you on. The other bad news is the reason it's still in the landing bay is it has a broken hypermatter reactor igniter thing, and it won't be flying anywhere until it gets a new one installed. But I bet Born over at the junk shop has one. Then he points at the door. Now get out of my cantina.
Okay, we're going.
Can take a hint already.
All right. So each of you take one strain. You were initially going to take two, but I forgot to tell you about it. And you would recover one now. So just take one strain from running in the desert and being exhausted to the fight.
Okay.
So I've got 9 strain.
I think I'm going to kick some of the Gamorrean dead bodies as we exit the door.
Just because.
Just because.
That's
see them
right.
around
Lawrence
too.
shot first.
I'm also going to rifle through their pockets and see if there's any loose credits kind of hanging around.
Okay. You don't really find anything other than just like lint and bits of wadded up pieces of paper.
Maybe some
And
insects.
Yeah, like dead insects and stuff.
Snacks
Just
for later,
a bunch
right?
bunch of junk.
I'm simply going to put my vibroaxe on my shoulder and just kind of walk out. I'm still seething beneath the surface.
Yeah, you kind of look down and you've got bits of Gamorrean guts kind of hanging on your fur.
Oh, I'm used to that. That's Tuesday.
That's right.
Yeah. All right, so what do you guys want to do now?
Do we know where this dealer of parts for ships is, or?
Yeah, the junk shop is not far away at all. In fact, I will bring up a map quickly if you want. So this is Mos Shuuta. I hope everyone can see that. You are, I don't know if you can see my mouse. You are currently here, and all you have to do is kind of pass by this off-worlder's trader's place to the junk shop over here. So.
Okay.
I think we're going to kind of, at least me, I'm going to kind of slink around. I'm going to be cautious and watch for Gamorreans as we kind of make our way over to the shop.
Yeah,
I don't want to be surprised right in the middle of the street.
No.
Yeah, I'm going to follow Aloran's lead on this.
Okay. So Teemo didn't think that you guys were going to be difficult to bring in. He sent in some of his nastiest goons, and he thought
They
that
were nasty.
Oh, only one group of them would be sufficient, but he clearly underestimated you. So there's no enemies that you currently see in the streets, but uh, as you approach the junk shop, um, you notice it's immediately obvious by the scrapyard. It's huge, and it's adjoining the low poor stone building. When you step inside, you see a hunched old human man lurking behind a low counter covered with disassembled droid and machine parts. He glances up at you. You're not exactly sure if he noticed you or not. And then he turns to a garbage can shaped R5 droid standing at his side. This thing looks like it's seen better days, and it's obviously not very well taken care of. He kicks the droid and shrieks, "You're supposed to tell me when I have customers, you bucket of bolts! Go outside and finish stripping that speeder bike wreck!" The droid trundles off with a surly "Brrr," and the man turns to you. "Welcome, customers. As you can see," he points to the racks and shelves and enormous buckets full of scrap metal and parts, "I have anything you could want for the right price." So,
It irritates me. I don't like to see droids being abused.
Oh, poor
yeah.
little fella.
I'm gonna step up to the counter and say, we're looking for a hypermatter reactor igniter.
Well, I only have one of those, and it's already promised to Captain Drex of the Great Fang.
You said anything available at the right price.
Well,
So I'm assuming if can I take
if
my
you can
credits?
do better than 500 credits, it's yours.
Oof, 500 credits. That's a bit steep.
Lowrick is going to step up behind Aloran and kind of like fold his big hairy arms, sort of to emphasize the fact that we're not leaving without the hypermatter reactor, one way or the other.
He's wounded too, isn't he? So he's got some blood dripping here and there.
Quite the scene.
So are you trying to like coerce him or intimidate him?
I'm not trying to do anything, but if Aloran makes some kind of check to like persuade him or something, I would imagine, my presence would kind of give him a boost die.
Okay, I understand.
Yes, I definitely like to persuade him to take less than 500 credits, and I might also hint that droid abuse is illegal in this part of the galaxy.
So you are what kind of approach are you using to persuade him? Are you trying to threaten him, or are you just trying to kind of talk him into a lower price, or what?
Let's go the intimidation kind of route.
Okay, all right. So I need you to give me an opposed coerce check versus his discipline. So that would be whatever your coerce skill is with one difficulty die and one challenge die.
Do I get a boost from my my little Wookiee behind me?
From your Wookiee bouncer? Yeah, absolutely.
Well, that was a lot of symbols. Nice.
I actually don't see it.
3 successes, 1 advantage. Was the net.
Okay. That's odd.
I think that's mine.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, it looks like because there's not a challenge or a difficulty dice in there.
Okay, so my roll has. I can just look and do the math myself. So 2 failures, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 successes, 7 successes, and 1 threat.
Okay.
So the net was quite a bit of successes.
Yeah, absolutely.
Wonder why it didn't show my net. Weird.
So he's clearly frightened. He understands that you mean business, and the Wookiee doesn't exactly help. But when you say what you say to him to kind of intimidate him, he kind of like stumbles back, and in the process, he knocks over a part on a shelf behind him, and it falls, and you just hear like this kind of shatter. And when he looks down and he sees what it was, he picks it up and he's like, look what you made me do. Now I'll give you the hypermatter reactor igniter, but you gotta fix this.
I'm gonna say, you break it, you bought it, buddy.
Sorry, I'm trying to find exactly what it is. I know it's somewhere.
Doesn't matter.
Okay, so he kind of like scoffs at you and says, you don't fix this part, then we don't have a deal. I don't care if you kill me or not.
I'm gonna look at Lorik.
I'm gonna like wipe some pig guts off of my arm and like step forward, like, all right.
So you guys actually want to attack him?
Yeah, rough him up a little.
I'm gonna snatch the part out of his hand and kind of like look it over, maybe bang it on the counter a little bit, see if I can put it back together somehow.
Okay.
Do we recognize the parts at all, or is it just kind of random pieces of junk?
Yeah, that's what I'm looking to find. I read about it a while ago, and now I can't find that section where it's like, oh, this could happen as a result. I really apologize.
No problem.
Okay. Okay, so you look at it, and you can tell that it is a repulsor lift drive array, and it's being broken, almost like it was shattered, and a very important part of it has been kind of knocked out of place. But you might be able to fix it.
So it looks somewhat repairable?
Yes.
Lauren, being a pilot, would maybe have some idea how to go about that.
Yeah, unless anyone else wants to step up and like take it from Lorik and try to fix it themselves, I'm gonna go ahead and try to do that.
I think we probably lost our mechanic, didn't we?
Yeah, the droid is he's definitely who you'd want to have working with this. But I'll tell you kind of a breaking the fourth wall thing here. If you had walked in with him, Warren probably wouldn't have been as welcoming.
Huh.
He doesn't
Does not seem
like
to like.
it.
Lorik, I'm a little better with my blaster than I am with my hands, so... Askura, what about you? Are you good with the repairs?
I've read a little bit here and there, but this part I don't recognize.
Well, are you gonna fix it or not?
All right, give it here, old fart. All
Lorik
right.
hands it over.
I look at it like it's some sort of Rubik's Cube.
So, can you just give me a mechanics roll?
Okay. I warned you guys.
This is going to be 1 difficulty dice. And really, anyone who wants to give me a mechanics roll can try. It doesn't have to be just you.
2 successes, 1 threat.
Okay.
Is it not popping up for anybody?
No.
I'm not
I'm not-
seeing it. I saw it the first 2 times you rolled, but I'm not seeing it anymore.
Let me try something.
Okay.
I am using Chrome. You'd think Google would work well in Chrome.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
it's not the actual die rolls are not showing up anymore. Like
For you
I can
either?
I can see what I get, but I can't see, like it doesn't show it in the chat, if that makes any sense.
And it doesn't summarize it, right? So you have to do it manually.
Right.
I'm gonna close
That's really
everything again and
weird.
see what happens. I'm not having very good luck with our rolling tools today.
I'm sorry, guys. I have 2 successes, 2 advantages on my screen for some reason. I wonder
Yeah,
if there's
from
a
one of
way-
the original rolls, it's kind of been hanging out there.
Yeah, it's just sitting there. I wonder if I could clear that somehow.
I'm doing multiple rolls and they're not doing anything now. That's so weird.
Did you see mine that came up with just the 1 success and 1 advantage?
No.
I wish it should have like a refresh button or something, but it doesn't. Wait.
Yeah.
Well, that didn't work. You just disappeared.
Where'd you go?
I took a walk.
So did the refresh work?
So wait, are we still using the Hangout tools?
That's what it seems like.
That's what I have open.
All right, let me try to roll something now and see if it'll actually pop up.
Okay.
Oh, aha!
I got it.
I didn't, so maybe I'll refresh mine too.
Yeah,
I'll be
I
back in a
didn't.
second.
I didn't get it.
Well, Megan, you should definitely not refresh. That would be bad.
Yeah, no, that would be bad. I'll just trust you guys. Tell me what you rolled.
Okay.
All right, see if the refresh worked on my end.
All right, I actually need to step out for a minute, so I will be right back.
Okay. I mean, yeah. If everybody wants to take a break, we can take a quick break.
Okay.
Does anyone want to do that? Just a very
There.
brief one.
Mine popped up
Um,
too, so okay. I think
Nice.
that might work. Yeah, I'll go use the
Okay.
restroom real quickly. I'll be back in a minute.
All right. Cool. I'll see you guys back here in a few seconds.
Do. You see my dice rolls now, Tony?
I see one roll with 2 successes. There's another one.
Okay.
Do you see mine? 1 second.
How these tools blow. Yep.
No, I don't know why they have so much trouble.
Did everybody take a bathroom break?
Oh yeah, I missed that. Huh?
I accidentally hit my coffee cup. I talked with Dan about the potential resource action, by the way.
Really?
Did I tell you about that?
Well, you just told me earlier that the rumors and everything.
I'll tell you the rest in chat so it doesn't pop up on the YouTube video.
Okay. Can you hear me rolling this dice?
Oh yeah. Like a small gunshot in my ear.
This thing, it's gonna put a hole through my desk.
All right, I am back.
All right.
Kyle said he's down for an in-person game, by the way.
Oh, nice. Good.
Where are you guys located? You and Megan?
We are in Texas,
Texas. What part?
East Texas, near Dallas.
Hmm.
We're both West Coasters.
So you're an engineer. What company do you work for?
Oh, I don't work for a company yet. I'm still a student.
Oh, that's right. I remember you mentioned that you were doing schoolwork. Sorry.
It's tough. I wish I wasn't.
Can be very time consuming.
So if the dice app breaks again, I say we just roll. I trust everybody here to be honest.
Okay, that works for me.
Yeah, at least we can still see our own rolls, but it's working fine for me now once after the refresh. So did you do other games besides Star Wars there? Oh, he's gone.
Oh.
Sorry, Megan's over here horking pizza.
You do other RPG games, Adam?
Yeah, we also do Call of Cthulhu and D&D.
Cool. The 5th edition?
Yeah.
Nice.
And we've had this one on our shelf for a long time. We've just never taken the time to actually try and, start running it.
Oh, yeah. It's a big book.
Yeah.
Yeah, this one's kind of time consuming to run.
Well, and the big disadvantage of this one is that, it uses special dice. It doesn't just use regular polyhedrals.
Right.
One of the issues I've had with running this one is the universe is so different compared to like a D&D type setting. Because in a D&D type setting, you know what doors are made out of, you know what chests look like and stuff. But in this one, you don't even know what metal the door is made out of, and you have to kind of to find a very nice description. You gotta come. Is this like a chromium door, blah blah blah, or whatever. But in D&D, you say you come to an old wooden door, iron bound, and it just makes it much simpler to DM.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so you do successfully repair the repulsor lift drive array. However, it looks like it's been broken before. It no longer looks like it's in fantastic condition, and Bourne is not too happy with you.
I'm gonna take it. I'm gonna
how much?
put it on my shirt a little bit and give it back to him.
What?
That'll be 50 credits.
Make it look a little shiny, buff it out so it looks like brand new.
Okay.
Yeah.
50 credits. All right, my friend Skuro here will take care of that.
Got us into this mess. I guess I'll fund the escape. All right.
So how much were you offering him for the HMRI? Yeah, hypermatter reactor igniter.
400.
400. Okay. So
An
after you
additional
hand him the 50, he says, "And the 400 for the HMRI."
I'll kind of like nudge Lauren in the back, and then when he turns around, there are some credit chips in my hand. I'm going to pitch in 200.
Nice.
I'm gonna slap the credits down on the table. Then I'll pull out some of my own and match them.
the rest of it.
All right. He takes them greedily and says, "Now get out before I call Teemo on you. Report you to the authorities for disturbing the peace.
Is his droid still in the
I never
room?
want to see your ugly mug in here again."
Is his droid still in the room?
No, his droid went out around the back.
We don't have to worry much about that. We're
All right, so this thing
on
that
this planet.
we've just bought, like, what does it look like? How big is it?
So it's just actually a tiny little part of the reactor core in the Starship engine, and the engine will not go into hyperdrive without it.
It ignites the hypermatter.
Yes.
Exactly. Guess our pilot would know this. Lorik, you look a little worse for wear there. I've got a med kit I could give you if you wanted.
Lorik nods in agreement.
Okay. I use a stim pack on him to heal 4 wounds.
Nice.
All right.
So we can assume that Trex is going to be showing up here for this part at some point.
Yeah, at some point, Trex will be showing up to get the part, yes.
So I'm guessing the clock is ticking.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the next thing that you guys would need to do is go to the spaceport to try and unlock the docking clamps of the Crate Fang, which is the ship you're trying to steal.
get a move on.
Yeah, I think we should probably head that way, and also keep our heads down just in case Trex walks through and sees us carrying his part that he needs.
Agreed.
Okay. All right, so you guys make it to the spaceport control facility. It's a low, squat building clinging to the edge of the Shuuta bluff. I don't know if you knew this, but Shuuta is a town that is kind of built on a plateau. It's all of these different large cliffs connected, and it's thousands of feet in the air above this like huge rocky chasm below. So it's pretty isolated, and the only way on and off is via ship. But the front entrance is open. However, a pair of spaceport security droids are standing guard. And if you're going to get off Tatooine, you need to disable the docking clamps holding the Crate Fang in its landing bay. You can only do that inside the spaceport control. So you'll have to either get past the droids or find another way in.
Do we see another way in, or can we kind of scout out the side of the buildings to see if there's a side entrance?
Yeah.
It's a large building, right?
Yes, it is. It's a very large building. And there is a side entrance, and no one will stop you if you walk up to it, but the door is locked. And
is there a computer terminal there?
Yes, there is. You can use it, or you can try to open it using either skullduggery or computers, whichever is higher.
Do we see any kind of cameras around or any kind of surveillance?
No, this is on the side of the building. The only cameras are pointed towards the front. Really, this looks like a place that might deliver cargo and things like that. It doesn't seem like it's used very often.
Oh, so it's like the loading dock?
Yeah, but it's a small door for like small shipments.
I'll keep watch in case anybody tries to walk up on us while someone's going to pick the lock.
Okay.
Yeah, I can try and pick the lock.
So you want to use skullduggery?
Sure.
All right, so that's going to be average, so it'll be 2 difficulty dice. Sorry.
That's interesting. I wonder how. So is that kind of a streetwise sort of a concept?
Yeah, I think it's kind of there is a streetwise here, but skullduggery must be more for roguish activities, I'm guessing.
Yeah, it's like lock picking, a sleight of hand, that kind of thing.
Okay. 2 success. No.
All right. So you manage to get in, but you find yourself in a small room off of the main chamber. It seems to be a storage room. It's filled with a bunch of crates and stuff, and there's a doorway that leads into the main chamber, but at the moment, no one can see you.
Can I kind of peek out of the door and see what's inside of the other room?
Absolutely. As you look, you can see that the room is crowded with computer equipment, and it's centered around a large holo display showing a plot of the local aerospace. Standing in front of the display with her arms kind of folded behind her back, clasping her fingers, is a human woman. And she definitely appears to be in charge. She's standing in a very sort of official position, looking very intently at the screens in front of her. As you watch, she speaks into a headset in a formal, commanding tone. Imperial Shuttle Lambda 11238. This is Overseer Bryn with Spaceport Control. You are cleared for landing. Welcome to Mos Shuuta. A half a dozen technicians of different species work at controls and consoles, and 2 security droids stand near the doorway. Your attention is immediately pulled to the floor-to-ceiling transparent steel windows against the far wall. Looking out over the desert of Tatooine, you can see an Imperial shuttle is coming in for a landing.
It's time to get off this rock, boys. I'm going to walk in like I own the place. I'm going to try and tell them I'm with IT support. I'm here to fix one of their terminals. And then meanwhile, I'm going to try and dislodge the docking clamps while I'm at their terminal.
Okay, so you want to try to like
Deceive them,
slice
try and tell them
the
with IT
computers
support. Yeah.
and just okay.
And I'll
So,
stay at the door and kind of...
Do you communicate your plan to the rest of us?
Oh yeah. Yeah, I was just going to turn to the Wookiee and Askura and say, okay, you guys have your blasters ready.
Yeah, I'll be standing watch by the door and just observing and ready to help if needed.
Yeah, I'm gonna stay hidden and I will ready my blaster pistol.
So everyone is so busy with this Imperial landing ship that you could actually just walk up to a computer without anyone noticing you. You don't have to announce yourself to anyone if you don't want to. But if you do, there's a chance that they might help you because you don't know what you're doing.
Yeah, I'll just walk in like I own the place.
Okay, all right. So give me an average difficulty computers check.
See if you can do some hacking here for us.
Uh-oh, I don't think I succeeded. Nope. One failure.
One failure. Did you generate any threat?
No.
Okay.
Oh, wait.
All right.
Yes. But
Okay.
they got canceled out with my advantages.
Oh, I see. Okay. So the computer just basically seems to freeze up while you're in the middle of trying to access the controls for the docking clamps, and you see that a little red light starts blinking on the terminal.
I pull up my blaster and blast the terminal.
Oh my goodness!
Now, wait, I work for IT support. That is an approved method of troubleshooting.
Excuse me, what do you think you're doing? A very tall, angry-looking woman says behind you.
I said I'm fixing
It's
the
Overseer
terminal.
Bryn. You just blasted it to smithereens!
It gave me an error code.
And who are you exactly?
I'm with IT support.
Show me your credentials.
Wookiee!
Lowrick steps out of the shadows, pointing his blaster at the security droids, and he fires a barrage at them.
Wow, okay.
Walk out with my blaster pointed, but not shooting.
Okay, so give me a cool check, everybody.
Oh, okay.
This is simple, so there's no difficulty dice.
Okay.
Good, because
Ooh,
I'm not trained in being cool.
I rocked that one. 2 successes, 3 advantages.
I got 2 advantage.
Okay.
And 2 success, 2 advantage.
Okay. All right. So, sorry. So the Wookiee fires on these 2 droids, and they're totally not expecting it. How much damage do you inflict?
With my blaster pistol, it is 6 points of damage plus the number of successes.
Okay, so use the cool for that.
Oh, nothing. Just 6 points of damage.
Okay. All right. So you actually just blow both of them to bits. I mean, they're just totally. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. The spaceport control suddenly erupts in people running for cover. They're not used to open fire here. Overseer Bryn is trying to bring in this Imperial ship, but at the same time, she is trying to keep everything under control here. So she's actually going to fire on you, Lauren. And
I'm going to scream out to Ascora to take out their comms panel.
their comms panel.
Yeah. Hopefully I...
Okay, wow. So, so you see that?
I see that.
Yeah, yeah.
That's why you need to roll yours off the screen so you
So,
can fudge.
no, no. So, she actually inflicts 9 points of damage on you.
Minus my soak of 4, so 5.
Yikes.
All right.
I'm flinching from the blaster hole in my shoulder.
It is a Scar's turn.
Okay. Yeah, I have some familiarity with computers. I'm gonna take a quick look around and see if I do notice anything that is used in the communications with the ship coming in.
Okay.
I don't know if I would or not, but if I do, I'd like to try to fire at them and disable them, or if not, maybe sit down at one of the terminals and try to do the same.
Okay, so from your left and your right, 2 more droids come out, seemingly from nowhere, to come to Overseer Bryn's aid. It's almost like she summoned them with some sort of command on the console or something.
Uh-oh. Okay,
Yeah.
looks like we got a fight on our hands. So I'll just take a shot at the 2 incoming droids, or one of them.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah. And would that be 2 difficulty?
Yes. Sorry.
All right. Okay, gotta add these up. Okay, one triumph and 2 advantage.
Nice.
Yeah.
All right. So, how much damage is that?
That would be 10.
Oh, wow. Oh my goodness. You guys are just killing these droids. Okay, so one of them just totally blows up, and the other seems to be like kind of shorting out, but still functioning.
Roger, Roger. Roger, Roger.
Yeah, basically, basically. You just see like little bits of smoke coming up from like sparks and its internal hardware. In the process, though, you actually managed to locate which terminal holds the operation for, or operates, sorry, the docking clamps. So you know where it is now.
Okay.
And you can go straight for it on your next turn if you want.
Okay. Will do.
So, Lorik, it is your turn.
All right, so where did those extra droids come from? Did they come from outside, from the front entrance?
These like doors kind of opened up and they both entered, and it looks like they came from outside.
Do you have a
Maybe
map
they
that controls
were
by any chance?
Yes, I do. It's a bad picture, but it is a picture.
Map goes a long way, I think, in encounters like this.
Yeah, absolutely. Let me find it. Hello. Alright, I might have to go looking for it. I do apologize. Oh wow, did you guys hear that crash of thunder?
No.
It's really raining outside where I am. Or I should say where we are. Which is great because it hasn't rained in weeks.
Nice. Need the rain.
Okay, so there's like weird tokens and stuff on it, but you can kind of see it. It's a big, mostly empty room because it's it's really just cluttered with all of the computer equipment, which seems to be kind of isolated and all together.
Well, the reason I was asking, so when we came up on this building, we saw two droids outside.
Right.
Do I think that the droids that entered the room a moment ago would be the same ones?
Absolutely. Yeah.
Okay. Then in that case, not having any other real danger that I'm concerned about, I am going to aim my blaster at the lady standing at the main comm, and I'm going to shout at her in the Wookiee language and tell her to surrender.
Okay. So, that would be an average difficulty. I guess the skill you would use for that is probably cool.
Can I aim my blaster at her head and kind of give him a boost?
Yeah, I was going to say, we've sort of decimated her little guard force.
Yeah.
Could I get a boost die for that?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I was going to tell you to take 2 boost die.
Kind of rocking this control center.
All right, so 2 boost die, and that's average, so that's 2 purple die?
Yes.
All right, and you said cool or coerce?
Cool.
All right.
Because you guys are the ones in charge at the moment.
Okay, so... Oh, I actually just get... Oh dear.
Can I close out the space control map?
Yeah.
Okay.
So 1 failure and 2 advantage.
Nice.
Wow. Okay. So she is not happy about it, but she's more in recognition that she's outnumbered and that it would be absolutely unwise to put up a fight because all of her defenses have been defeated at this point. She kind of glances over at the one malfunctioning droid in the corner who seems to be spinning in a circle. He's not shooting, but he's he's not in good shape. And she just sort of, lets out this heavy sigh and puts her hands up above her head like this and kind of like does it.
I'm going to start tying him up and putting him in the corner, and then I'm going to blast the control panel. The comms panel, not the control panel. That way they can't ever call for help.
Wow, okay. You notice outside the Imperial ship has successfully landed, and the docking bay door kind of slides open, and these stormtroopers begin exiting.
Uh-oh.
So where are they in relation to us?
So you're inside the control panel. I mean the
Control center?
station, the control station.
Mm-hmm.
You can see them through this kind of two-way mirror-like steel wall. They can't see you.
Some transparent steel or something?
Yes, exactly. It's transparent steel.
All right, I am going to stand guard while someone who is not as much of a Wookiee as I am fiddles with the computer.
Okay.
Yeah. Sounds good. Yeah, I was going to want to try to do something like that. Sit down at the computer and see if I can maybe, I don't know, communicate with the ship and tell them to turn around. I don't know what's possible, but yeah.
Wait a minute, you're gonna communicate with the Imperials?
Pretending as if I'm just in the control center, just giving them instructions.
What exactly is our history with the Imperials? I mean, are we hunted by the Imperials at all, or do we think they could be in cohorts with Teemo the Hutt coming after us?
So there's a particular group that are led by a shady, not exactly on the level trooper who for a fact is working with Teemo the Hutt.
All right, so we're pretty damn convinced these guys are here for us.
Yes.
Okay. So, Skura, I would recommend you don't talk to the Imperials.
We're fine. Everything's fine here. How are you?
Everything's fine in this control station. Just keep on moving out to Teemo's palace. Exactly.
So I'm going to kind of hide behind and just kind of watch the Imperials stormtroopers and see if when they exit, watch them as they exit the area. And then by that time, hopefully, Skura will have the docking clamps done, and then we can rush into the Crate Fangs Bay.
Okay.
Hoping not to run into the Imperials.
So are you going to unlock the docking clamps, Skara?
Yeah, that's an even better idea than... I'll attempt that. Yes, sit down at the computer and start doing some hacking.
Okay. So that's going to be average difficulty.
Okay. Not used to adding these symbols together. Ooh, okay.
I probably can't give Skura a back rub or anything to give her a boost on that one, huh?
No.
Whisper C++ into me.
No, unfortunately.
Oh, okay, this is strange. I got 1 triumph and 3 threat.
Ooh.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you managed to get into the program, but you have absolutely no idea how to operate it. You're looking at the controls, and it almost seems like they're written in a foreign language. Clearly, this is a specialized program that you need training to understand, and it makes sense because they're very specific mechanics that would only be used for docking ships, and so that's a complicated maneuver.
If I were to blast the panel,
Quit blasting panels.
What?
would that short circuit anything and release the docking clamps?
I doubt it. In fact, it would probably just kill all your opportunity to unclamp the ship.
All right, scoot over, Skura. Let me have a shot at this. Randomly pushing buttons.
Cursing in frustration, hitting the keyboard. I step up in frustration.
Lorik just kind of like growls at the two of you, almost saying like, "Hurry up, get on with it."
Yeah. Well, at least I got you into the system, so have at it.
So that should give me something.
Overseer Bren is over in the corner, just looking at you like, "What on earth are you doing?"
Wait a minute. Why are we doing this? We have a girl right over there to do it. Lorik! You're supposed to be the intimidation guy. Go grab her.
Okay, so Lorik will walk over to Overseer Bren, and he won't aggressively like handle her, but he will, unbind her and kind of like motion to the controls.
All right.
You know what we
So,
want.
If she needs further
she
intimidation,
agrees.
I can try and intimidate her a little bit.
No, she agrees to help you. She's very scared by this giant, towering, furry creature who looks as though he could rip her if he tried. She walks over and with an almost like second nature, no thought about it, she could do it with one hand tied behind her back and half her brain asleep kind of a maneuver. She just clicks a few buttons very quickly. You don't even see her fingers move. They go so fast. And you hear this kind of outside, and clearly the docking clamps have been lowered.
All right.
And where have the Imperials left at this point?
Yeah, that ship is empty. You're not exactly certain where they've gone. But
Wait, so the Imperial ship is empty?
Well, yes, but it's heavily guarded.
Oh, so it's not empty. So there's guards outside. Okay. I was gonna say, why the hell are you worried about the Crate Fang? We got an Imperial ship right here, ready to go.
I mean, the stormtroopers have left.
Okay.
The ship itself is not empty.
So the pilots and whatnot are still there, and a couple guards.
Yeah,
okay.
Exactly.
What about the Crate Fang? Is anyone out there guarding that?
So the Crate Fang is in Landing Bay Auric, which is quite a few, I guess, meters, or no, it wouldn't be meters.
It might help to show us the map.
Yeah, I'll show you the map again. It's not as close as Landing Bay Besh, which is where the it's where the Imperials,
The Imperials.
came in. Yeah. Where's there it is. Alright, so can you see? Spaceport control is there at the top in the center.
Okay.
Warehouse and landing bay are on the other side.
In warehouse
and then
Uruk?
landing bay.
Oh, landing bay Uruk, okay.
Landing bay Auric. Yeah.
Holy cow, these are like on the other side of town.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, I didn't realize.
Why would they do this? Why would they build a spaceport with landing bays on the opposite sides of town? That's so odd.
Well, because there are monitors where everyone in the spaceport control can see.
Oh. So we were in spaceport central or spaceport control,
Yeah.
and we could still see landing bay Besh from there. So we were
Yes,
able to watch
we
the
can.
Imperials.
Yes.
So are the Imperials coming our way then?
It appears as though they've gone in the direction of Teemo's palace.
Okay, so we're good there. Well, I guess we should just hightail it over to the landing bay Uruk then. What do you
It
guys
looks
think?
like it looks like we might be able to sort of sneak up along the side of this plateau that we're on and stay out of the streets.
You know, we need to do
Okay.
something with these hostages though, because if they get out while we're gone, they're going to raise the alarm.
I was thinking you need to make sure they don't talk. Yeah.
We blasted the comms panel, but they could find another one somewhere else. So let's put them in maybe the storage room and lock them in there.
My goodness.
Yeah.
You guys are brutal. Okay. So, are you just gonna kind of like push Overseer Bran into the storage closet?
It doesn't seem like she needs too much convincing. Sounds like she's pretty afraid of my little Wookiee friend here.
Yeah.
Just
So we're going to lock him in there, and then I'm going to blast the panel that unlocks the door.
All right. You do it.
Sparks are flying out of the control panel.
I assume somebody will find her later.
Hopefully.
engineers
Hopefully
worry
she
about
doesn't
that.
die in there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there's plenty of air.
Yeah.
You guys ready?
Okay, so you have successfully gotten the hypermatter reactor igniter. You have unclamped the crate fang. Is there anything else you want to do on Mos Shuuta?
Things are getting kind of dicey. I think we should get the heck out of Dodge.
Really? Okay.
Yeah, I think
Because
I'm
if
getting-
we know that that there is a particular Imperial that's like working with Teemo, and Teemo doesn't have us with him yet, so he probably knows that his other goons were unsuccessful at this point.
Yeah.
Is there a station here in the control room before we leave that shows any ships in orbit?
No, not that you can see. Everything seems to have like monitors and charts and graphs that you can't really read or understand.
Do I know the language? I don't recognize the language at all.
I mean, yes, written in BASIC,
Oh.
but you wouldn't really be able
Just too high tech?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. Insulting my character's intelligence.
No.
Well, he's only a 2. He does
All
only
right,
have 2.
so everybody take 10 experience.
Right.
10
Yay.
experience.
It says you turn to the next page of your character folio. I don't exactly know what that means.
Oh no.
Oh yeah. I think that's for the leveling up process.
Let's just pretend like that doesn't happen.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
Sorry, that's totally my fault.
Okay.
No problem.
I didn't think that was going to happen until the very end.
that is kind of a weird placement for a level up. I think it's mostly that this is, since it's kind of the beginning thing, it's just kind of get people used to the process of things.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, we've definitely shown our cards by shooting up this place, so I think we're committed to one course of action and one only, and that is to flee.
I'm
Yep,
tired
if
of this.
everybody is ready to...
I think I'm tired of this hive of
everybody's
scum and
ready.
villainy.
Yeah, let's go.
Okay, so you guys are going to the landing bay.
I'm gonna hightail it to the landing bay.
Hightail it to the landing bay. All right.
Skirting
We
the
haven't by any
streets.
chance seen Trex wandering the streets yet, have we?
No, you have not. And even if you had, you wouldn't recognize him because you've not met him yet.
He's not really infamous or anything?
Not in your circle.
Do we know anything about him? Like, have we heard anything about him?
You know that he is a vicious Trandoshan slaver.
Okay. So we know he's trained.
And yes. And for anyone who doesn't know what a Trandoshan looks like, this is basically what Trex looks like.
Kaizen Fest.
What?
He's making a video game reference to a character that's Trandoshan.
Oh, okay. All right. So you head out of the spaceport control and back into the hot, hot suns of Tatooine. It almost seems to scorch your skin as you step out of the shade and into the streets, making your way to Landing Bay Auric. Suddenly, the crowds thronging the streets of the settlement part, and you see a chilling sight. 3 soldiers in the unmistakable white armor of the Empire are standing before you. You realize that the lead trooper is pointing right at you. You hear his voice break through the crowd, through his helmet, sounding mechanical. There they are! The stormtroopers suddenly stand at attention, raising their rifles. Get them! As you turn to escape, you see a second group of stormtroopers approaching down a side street. This could get tricky.
So do we have any passive escape available to us?
Yeah, I'm going to look at the others and sort of like a run or shoot, gesture. Like, what are we going to do?
Mm-hmm.
Gosh. I say run if there's any place to run.
I'm up for running as well.
Can
Do
we
we
like
have-
duck down an alley?
Yeah, do we have any paths of escape from here? Or are we like, surrounded by these guys?
So, well, they are right in front of you, obviously, and if you run, they will run too. Next to the spaceport control, there is an alley where the troopers are. However, if you were to run away from them, you'd be running towards Warehouse and Landing Bay Besh instead of the direction you want to go. So I'm just going to bring the map back up. That way you guys can see if you want to like draw out a more complicated route for yourselves.
It sounds like we could circle around.
That's what I was thinking as well. It's okay to go backwards as long as we can just lose them and then come back around.
Right.
So are we at the water tower?
You are right there at the front of Spaceport Control. You see where it kind of makes like a mushroom shape. You're at the base of the mushroom.
Oh, okay. So we're in that little Y?
Yeah, exactly.
And the stormtroopers were, in fact, right there at the bottom of that little Y.
Yes.
Oh, ouch.
And then there's some off to the side by the water tower.
East or west side? Oh, so the east side?
The west side, coming kind of off the side of Spaceport Control. Like
Mhm.
here, I'll show you with my mouse. Like right here.
Okay, so the east side. They're coming up through there?
Yeah.
Okay.
Would it be possible for us to maybe break through that group and run along the edge of the town?
Are you talking about the edge of like the cliffs or?
Yeah, because I doubt the buildings were like built, right at the edge of the cliff. There is probably like a little lip or something.
You could certainly try. It would be tricky for you not to slip since you'll be running, and it's kind of at a steep incline.
What
But
about
you could
breaking
try.
what about breaking through those two buildings to the southwest side of the spaceport control? Down it looks like stairs, but I think those are probably some tarps or sunshade things. Looks
Oh,
like
I
maybe a
see what
little
you're talking
market in
about.
there.
Yeah, that's the marketplace.
So we'll head down through that,
Yeah,
maybe down to that market and out the other way, which should circumvent the guys at the water tower and the base of that. And then we'll head down, maybe past the junk shop, maybe through that
Okay.
alleyway down, and then kind of come up back behind if we can lose them at that point. That's
okay.
one thing we could do.
Sounds good to me.
Ascara, do you have any landmines or any kind of cool bounty hunter gear to help us out? Smoke grenades? Or...
I have.
She has this amazing weapon.
Yeah, the weapon's pretty powerful. I've got handcuffs. That's about it. No landmines just yet. Wait. Yeah. No, hold on. Let me just double check that. Oh, fists. Okay. Fists are not a landmine, I'm afraid.
No.
All right, guys, what do you think? Run?
Yep.
My instincts are kicking in, yeah. To run.
Fight or flight, and flight wins.
Yeah.
Okay. So you guys can actually gain some distance from them, but they are hot on your tail. So.
Uh-oh.
As we're going through the market, can we create a disturbance in the crowd? Like, say, that guy stole something or something, or kind of get the mob a little bit against him and hopefully kind of squeeze through as they kind of crowd out the stormtroopers.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Give me a coerce check. Whoever wants to create the disturbance. Make this an average difficulty.
Anybody good at coercion?
Not really.
You'd
Well,
think my
what
character
are
would be
your
good at
other
it, but he's not.
skills? I actually don't know. I'm sorry.
An idea that I had was maybe we could run through the crowd but then throw some credits onto the ground.
Ah, that'll work. That's even better.
Oh, yeah. This is the sort of place where destitution brings high motivation for just about anything.
Yeah, that's perfect because
Yeah.
they'll all kind of swarm towards the credits and they'll be blocking the stormtroopers' path. So, yeah, let's go that route. No
Okay.
funky check required.
Absolutely. Okay, so we're all in agreement, or you're all in agreement. You're going to run through the crowd and throw credits.
Yeah, I will throw 20 credits into behind me.
Okay, so as you weave your way in and out of the market stalls under the tarps and tents, you kind of leave this trail almost like breadcrumbs of credits behind you. And at first, people don't realize what has happened. They just sort of see this glint off of the sun. They think it might be a trick of the sands and the sun's light. But then someone says, "Oi, he just threw money!" And suddenly there's this dog pile that just erupts in the middle of the marketplace. People are scrambling to get the money.
When Lorik sees the stormtroopers sort of get caught up in this throng of people, he kind of lets out this this strange Wookiee laughter.
Nice, that's awesome.
Never heard a Wookiee laugh like that before.
What are you talking about? He's perfected the Wookiee.
Yeah.
All right,
Awesome.
so you kind of glimpse behind you to see this huge crowd of people that have massed after the credits, but there are glints of white helmets weaving in and out of them.
Hmm.
It looks like we're
It looks like we're going to come out between these circular buildings, and are we going to head straight down past the junk shop?
It works for me.
Yeah.
Then duck into the closest alley we can find, and hopefully the stormtroopers are far enough behind us they don't see us duck into a alley.
Yeah, I was thinking like we could circle around the junk shop, sort of like walk by the fence here, and then come back out and sort of head toward, basically do a U-turn.
So like up
Right.
towards the water tower.
Well, up towards, gosh, I don't know.
Slagworks.
Yeah, the slag works. Sorry, I didn't see that.
I'm gonna rip
Okay.
off my jacket and kind of tie it around my waist so I'm not quite as recognizable as I was.
Oh, that's a good idea. All right. Okay, so as you're running, fatigue is kind of beginning to get to you. You're out of breath. The sun is really hot. Everybody take one strain. You hear commotion, but it seems to be pretty far behind you as you make your way up through the alleys and in and out of the buildings and different places around the junk shop. Vorn actually seems to glimpse you, and he kind of waves his fists in the air angrily as you pass, but you manage to slip by, and this sort of like large cloud of stench assaults your nostrils as you get closer and closer to the slag works.
Do we know what the
And it
slag
hits,
works is?
I think it's probably like they melt metal down or something like that.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. You hear a voice pierce the air. Hey, there they are! And you turn to see two stormtroopers standing immediately adjacent to you by the water tower across the way. They're at an extreme distance, but they see you.
Jeez, how many of these guys are there?
There's quite a few of them. So one of them is immediately going to lift his rifle and shoot at Ascara.
I'm gonna duck and kind of roll off to the side and grab some cover behind one of these barrels.
All right. So the blaster rifle. Oof, okay. So Scar, you take 4 damage.
All right.
I don't know if you soak all of that.
Oh, I do actually. Yeah. Okay. Ouch.
The next stormtrooper is going to fire at Lorik. Oh.
Find some cover, you furry oaf!
Yeah. Wow. So you take 6 damage on top of what you soak.
On top of what I said.
Yeah.
Okay, so I soak 4 and take 6.
I can no longer hear you through.
He's muted.
Yeah.
So I soak 4 and take 6?
Yes.
Okay. Oh my gosh.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
Our Wookiee's not going down, is he?
You see that Lorik's fur is a little singed by this blaster bolt that catches him in the shoulder, but his fur provides a sort of natural armor, and he kind of just tanks through it as he makes his way to a nearby building to get some cover.
Good, good. All right, who wants to shoot now?
I will.
Oh, yeah,
Okay.
I will as well.
All of us.
Making my way over to Lorik. Yeah, I'm not sure if it's my turn yet or not, but I'll just administer another stim pack whenever I can get over there.
Megan, can you
Huh?
hear us?
He said that he's making his way over to you and that he's administering another stim pack.
Okay, so I'm going to heal 4.
Yeah.
Yep. 4 wounds.
And I'll kind of lean out from my cover area and blast at the nearest stormtrooper. There's 2, right?
Yes.
Are we still at extreme range, or?
No. Now you're at medium range. They've caught up to you.
Oh, okay. These guys are hauling ass.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, should I take the shot now, or wait till
Yes.
after he does? Is that medium range? Is that average difficulty?
Yes.
Okay. One success, 2 threat.
Okay. So you definitely hit one of them. And how much damage do you inflict?
7.
7. Wow. Okay. It almost seems to do nothing as this stormtrooper just continues to head for you, and you notice that another one has come out from behind a nearby building.
I think it's time to get out of here, boys.
Are they standing near the water tower?
Well, they were coming from the water tower, so they're clearly the ones that were down that side alley.
All right, now I am all for running away, but would it be possible for me to, like, shoot the water tower and cause it to burst in our direction and basically sweep them up in this rush of water?
You can certainly try. It's going to be for not disability. Disability. Difficulty. Yeah.
What kind of weapon do you have, Lorik?
That is a blaster pistol. All right. Come on. Well, I don't generate any failures, but that is 1, 2, 3, 4 threat.
Oh my.
4 stormtroopers come out of the shadows.
Right? Yeah. Okay. So you didn't generate any failures, but how many successes?
They canceled each other totally.
Oh, everything. Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah.
So you kind of hear like this sort of rumbling, rustling, watery noise as the legs of this old rickety water tower seem to be buckling from the impact that they just took. There's a kind of like big sort of creaking as it lurches forward, and suddenly this huge water tank begins rolling off of the feet towards you like a giant boulder.
Wow.
Lorik's eyes kind of widen as he suddenly realizes this might not have been a good idea.
All right, so I'm going to bring the map up again. You have 1 round to get out of the way.
Is there a building we can duck into anywhere near our position?
Yeah, so you guys are near the slag works, and I don't know if you can see where the water tower is. And I mean, it's just taking things out in its wake. It's coming straight down for you, and so clearly the best course of action, because you guys are kind of hiding in like this little area right here. I don't know if you can see my mouse. I'm moving it around. You're all kind of right here, and so the best course of action would be to try to get into the slag works before the water tower pulls you over.
Yeah, I'm going to hightail it over there.
Could I try to climb on top of the building that we are stood next to?
Oh my goodness, yeah. That would be an athletics check. And
What
your
is the
difficulty is going to be
difficulty?
average.
All right. So that's 1 yellow die,
Yeah.
and 3 green, and 2 purple, correct?
Yes.
Okay, so
Come on,
oh my
Lorik, or
goodness.
Wookie, you'll rock this one.
Yeah.
So far I've got 4 successes
Nice.
Nice.
and 1 advantage.
Sweet.
Okay. Okay. So you managed to get up there like King Kong. You have just scaled the side of this building.
Yeah, if anyone who's watching just sees like this brown blur just sort of leap off of the street and onto the top of this building.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. You hear this whoosh 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 as the water tower comes like rolling down past you, and your fur actually like is blown back in the wind of this giant.
I'm just standing there awesomely like,
What are you guys doing?
I think I ducked into the slag works.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I tried to follow along if there's any entrance that was nearby that I could get to.
Okay.
Or,
All right.
yeah.
I'm gonna say that you guys went ahead and did it. The stormtroopers are actually nowhere to be seen. You don't know where they went, but they clearly were not hit by this water tower. They're not that stupid.
There's no little blood splashes on the side of the big cylinder rolling down.
Right? Yeah.
No stormtrooper feet. Okay. So is this a building we're inside of?
Yeah, what do we see?
Yeah. So you see like big factory tubes coming out of this huge metal building, and there's lots of steam and lots of like large, heavy pumping machinery noises. There's a sort of metallic, almost awful taste in your mouth from the air that's just filled with this thick, heavy stench.
Slag.
Is there anybody in here, or are we alone?
There's no one currently that you can see, but if you were to enter, I'm sure you'd find something.
So we didn't enter then? We're kind of like on the. Where are
Well,
we?
you are. So it's like it's this big facility, and you're
Mhm.
currently standing outside the facility, but you moved out of the way of the
Okay.
alleyway that you were in.
Do we see Lorik still? Is he still up on top of the building in his victory dance?
Yeah, he's on top of the building. You can see that.
All right, I'm gonna beckon for Lorik to get his furry ass over here.
I am going to sort of like creep along the top of the roofs because luckily the roofs in this town are pretty close together, so I shouldn't have to jump between them. And I'm just gonna see if I can stealthily like get eyes on the stormtroopers.
Okay. You actually don't see anything. You see what look like footprints in the sand, big, heavy boot prints, heading in the opposite direction of the flagworks, but you don't see any like white armor or anything like
All right, then I will jump down and make my way over to my companions.
that. Okay. So when you were motioning for him to come over, did you like yell or anything like that, or was it just gestures? Or?
Just gestures, yeah.
Okay. Okay.
So I guess we were kind of waiting down there, not wanting to get separated.
Right.
Never want to
So-
split the party.
So Lorik is coming over. Are you going to run, or are you going to walk, or?
My natural hunter instincts have kind of kicked in at this point, and I'm creeping along at a good pace, but not so much that I would like make a lot of noise.
Right. Right. So you hear this kind of. It sounds like it's just way, way below you, but it was loud and it echoed across the whole plateau. And clearly it was the water tower falling into the chasm over the side of Shuuta Plateau.
Nice.
Wow. I don't think we're
Probably
gonna be able
just doomed this poor town.
Yeah, I was going to say, if you guys stick around much longer, you might be cause for some disgruntled townspeople who are suddenly without water.
Could take some mental strain from that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think we have a single ally left in this town.
The slag works, it consists of several mine shafts. There's a smelting area. You notice that there's a guardhouse. It actually seems to be empty at the moment. But you can check it out if you would like to.
Seems like we're kind of in a hurry to get to the landing docks, unless you guys can think of a motivation to go in there. I'm kind of at a loss for motivation to go in there right now.
Yeah, I'm in agreement with that.
Okay, all right.
Yeah. Try to skirt it if we can. Just run past as quietly as we can.
Okay, so as you move, you see that there are about 24 workers that are hauling things and not paying attention, and there seem to be Gamorrean, like, kind of overseers standing, directing, giving orders, but no one really notices you. So you actually make it to Landing Bay, Auric, at this point. You think at some point you may have heard stormtroopers, but it doesn't seem like anyone's chasing you anymore so much as looking for you.
Now, so from my backstory, I have encountered Trandoshan slavers before. Do I, because I have heightened senses, do I smell Trandoshan?
Not at the moment, actually. You approach this huge looming hangar, and it's casting this long shadow over you as the Tatooine suns are kind of low in the sky at this point in the day. An enormous letter Auric, which is the first letter of the basic alphabet, is stenciled onto the side of the building. And as you approach, you can see through the open hangar doors to the cavernous interior where a rusty-looking light freighter rests with its loading ramp deployed. So it has a big ramp that's just open, and there's cargo in like the storage bay. All you have to do is get inside the ship, and there's a good chance that you are home free and you can get off Tatooine.
Well, we don't know if Trex is in there or not, so I'd say we do know this is the Crate Fang, right? I mean, there's not multiple ships.
Oh no, this is absolutely the Crate Fang,
Okay.
and it's just as rusty and old as the Deveronian bartender made you think it was.
What if we?
Do we?
Go ahead, Adam.
Sorry. Do we see any people standing guard?
There are actually 2 equally rusty security droids that are standing outside the entrance. If you want inside the ship, you're going to have to go through them.
So what if we, Lork? What if we and Ascora? What if we sneak up behind the droids, take them out, knock on the door, and see if Trex answers, and we'll stand behind the door with the blasters.
Right. Because he wouldn't be expecting us to come necessarily.
Actually, you just gave me a good idea. So we know that Trex is a Trandoshan, and Trandoshans hunt Wookiees for sport.
Even better.
So Lorik will actually suggest that you sort of take him as a pseudo-prisoner and pretend to offer him to Trex.
Oh,
I can pull that
wow.
off.
Nice.
We got a bounty hunter here and a smuggler. Perfect.
Right.
So you're going to turn him in as bounty, basically?
I think Ascura has some handcuffs. You can kind of lightly put them on his wrist.
Nice.
Yeah.
Feels like I've done this before.
Where did you come from in your past exactly? I don't want to know.
Okay, so are you gonna walk up to the droids and tell them this?
Yeah, I'm just gonna kind of maybe grab one arm, maybe a Skura can take the other one. We're gonna have him kind of lightly handcuffed, but not to where he can easily break out.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
we're just gonna walk up to the front of the vessel and tell the security guards we want to speak to Trex. We have a present for
Okay.
him.
Okay.
And Lorik is going to do his best to look defeated and captured.
All right.
No easy
So
feat by a Wookiee.
This sort of like deep, raspy, mechanical voice comes out of one of the droids whenever they see you, and their eye sockets sort of like snap to attention. State your business.
I'd like to speak with Trex. I have a gift for him.
What kind of gift?
I kind of push forward a little.
Wookiee. Is that a Wookiee?
That is correct.
One of the droids sort of like turns to the other. Alert, Trex. And one of the droids disappears up into the crate thing.
All right. Prime specimen.
I'm going to whisper to a Scar and ask if she has a thermal detonator.
You think me to be a greater, more prestigious bounty hunter than I afraid not. But we'll definitely look at adding that to my arsenal.
All right, so a few moments later, you see this green, scaly, lizard-like creature emerge from around the corner of the dark recesses of the Crate Fang. This is clearly Trex, and he looks just as gross and slimy as any Trandoshan that you've ever seen. He has red eyes that almost give him this evil appearance, and he's obviously not had a good day. However, he's grinning a very sinister sort of grin as he sees the Wookiee that you have for him.
I think we failed to plan this part of the adventure out. Lorik, what exactly do we have planned for this part?
Right before.
My droid says you offer bounty. Is this...
Is he in... How close is he?
How close is he?
Yeah, how close is Trex to
Is he
me?
in grabbing range?
Well, you guys are standing in front of the main entrance, and he's coming down the main entrance. So, I mean, you could touch him if you wanted to.
Is he armed?
I could touch him?
Yeah, he's armed. He's holding a rifle.
Alright, as soon as he, like, walks within, melee range, engagement range, Lorik is going to match his, like, sinister smile, and in one smooth motion, the binders on his wrists are just going to burst off, and he draws his vibro axe from, like, behind his back, and I am going to attempt to just take him out in one smooth motion because Lorik hates Trandoshans.
Oh my goodness. Okay. All right. So go ahead and give me, I guess, an attack roll. I don't know. You just use your weapon, use your vibro axe.
Right.
But make that an easy difficulty, and give yourself a boost die because he's not expecting this.
And easy is one difficulty die, correct?
Yeah.
Alright, let's do this.
So while he's attacking the Transdoshan, I'll pull my blaster and prepare to fire at the droid.
Okay.
Alright, so that is going to be 10 damage and 2 advantage.
Oh my goodness. Okay, so you get him hard across his shoulder, but he manages to kind of move out of the way, so you didn't outright kill him, but he is pretty wounded.
I begin circling him, sort of like a hunter who's about to finish its prey.
Well, he grabs his heavy blaster pistol from around, like it's around his chest, so he just like kind of puts his hands on it, and he lets just a haphazard fire loose in sort of a reaction. He was not expecting to be attacked. It goes flying off into the distance in the hangar. The two droids that are beside him, however, they they are almost petrified from what just happened, and they sort of just like short out. Um, they're not going to be any sort of threat.
Nice.
Whose turn is it?
Whoever wants to go next.
Yeah, I'll fire at one of those droids.
Okay. Go for it. It's simple.
Is that 1 or 0?
0, nothing.
2 success, 1 advantage.
Oh, nice. Okay, so the droid that you fire at just completely blows apart, and the other one is hit pretty clean in the shoulder, and his limb holding his weapon just falls to his side.
Nice shot.
So Trex, he's managed to kind of gain his wits about him. Although he has this Wookiee circling him, this has happened to him several times before, where he's been this close to a Wookiee, staring in the face of death, and he almost gets a high off of this kind of danger. He grabs the trigger of his blaster pistol, and he kind of points it up at the Wookiee and says, "You're feeling lucky."
So what?
What do you mean, so what?
Well, whose turn is it?
You have a chance to react.
Oh, Lowrick would probably try to snatch the blaster out of his hand.
Okay. So that'll be an opposed brawl check. So whatever your brawl is, plus 3 difficulty dice and a challenge die.
Okay. It's getting hot in here.
Yeah.
All right, so that one cancels. That one cancels. 2 threat get canceled. So that is 1 success and 1 advantage.
Wow. Okay. So you actually managed to knock the pistol from his hands.
Yeah, I just like, boom, just get that out of my face.
Well, in doing so, because it's strapped around his body, you actually break the strap, and it goes skidding off across the floor. So he has no weapon. Does anybody want to take an attack? Because he's open and vulnerable.
Oh, of course. I'll blast him.
Okay. Go for it.
What's the simple still? Do I get a boost since he's vulnerable?
It would be average difficulty because he's pretty tough to hit. He has quick reflexes, but yeah, you get a boost. He sort of stumbles back. This is probably the first time that he's found himself at such a disadvantage next to a Wookiee.
Holy cow, this is a complicated roll. Okay, hold on. So it looks like the net is 1 failure and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 advantage.
Okay.
Try to make sense out of that one.
Yeah. Excuse me. All right. So the pistol does not hit him. However, your blast actually.
Oh, wait a minute. I don't think it's summing these things up right. I have 1, 2, 3, 4 failures. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 successes.
Okay, so that's.
The advantage is
more.
it one success and advantage, right?
Yeah, advantages count for successes.
Why is that not summing things up correctly? Huh. That's weird.
No, isn't it only the triumphs that count as successes?
Is it only the triumphs, or do the
No,
advantages?
you're right. You're right. The triumphs count as successes.
Oh,
Sorry.
okay. So if the advantages don't count as successes, then yeah, it's 1 failure and then 5 advantage.
Okay. All right.
So it is summing things correctly.
Right. So you don't hit him. However, you do hit the door of the entrance, and this seems to almost like activate it to close, and so it just sort of like drops on his head, and he's not expecting it.
Nice.
But he does roll out of the way as soon as he feels the impact. However, in the process, he takes about 3 damage.
Nice.
So he's weak, he's wounded, but he's still alive.
Yeah, we need to get off this planet, so I'll take a shot too.
All right.
2 difficulty.
Yes.
Okay. Right. Okay, 3 advantage and 3 success.
Nice.
Oh.
Okay, so how much damage do you do?
Would be 12.
12 damage?
Yeah, with this rifle.
Oh my goodness.
Kinda
Okay.
ridiculous.
Okay. So, he is holding on by a thread. Your blaster, you have like a heavy blaster pistol, don't you?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Or yeah, blaster carbine.
Yeah, the blaster carbine. This giant blue bolt just comes flying out, and you hear this ding as it goes straight to him, hits its mark. What does it look like whenever you attack him?
I think I'm holding it two-handed. At this
Yeah.
point, I'm carefully lining up, and yeah, there's a flash of light from the barrel, and yeah, strikes him. You're not saying I killed him, right?
No, but he has little to no life left. He is severely wounded, bloody. He's actually spitting up blood at this point. Where did you hit him?
I shot right at his shoulder to try to harm his shooting arm a little bit.
So you look and you can actually see clean through his shoulder. There's this hole there that you're pretty sure you could stick your fist through if you tried.
I think he's done.
So Lorik is actually going to just sort of like casually walk over.
Your microphone is really, I don't know.
Is that better?
No.
No.
How about now? Is it too low or is it cutting in and out?
Static.
Well, it's still like really bad static for some reason.
What about now?
That's good.
Okay, that's better. That's much better.
Can I ask a question real quickly about the mechanics of something before we proceed?
Absolutely.
My weapon has a crit for 3 advantages. So that means when I make a shot, I can spend advantage to make it critical. Or how does that work exactly?
Let me look.
Tony, do you know?
Oh yeah, yeah. You can inflict a critical injury if you want to spend the advantage that way.
Yeah.
So what if you don't hit? What though? If you had a failure on the shot, do you still get
Right. So
spend on the critical?
you had a failure on the shot, but you had 5 advantages.
I mean, could I have used the advantage for something, or how does that work?
It says inflict a injury on a hit for 3.
Yeah.
Sorry, I may not have typed it up in enough detail.
It's okay. I was just wondering.
What the rules on critical hits say here is that you have to have hit successfully for that to happen.
That was the question.
Sorry.
No, I just failed to review that part of the rules before this evening. That's my fault. Try to get to as many rules as I could before I got here to this week, but just didn't have the time.
Yeah, I understand.
It's a pretty big rule book.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so Lorik will casually walk up to Trek, who I imagine at this point is like kneeling down, bleeding. He's on his last leg.
Yes.
And I'm just gonna like Highlander style head him.
Oh my goodness. Okay, go for it.
All right. What is the difficulty?
Well, it's simple, so he pretty much is at your
So it's nothing?
complete mercy. Right. He sort of looks up at you with the fire that was once in his eyes kind of beginning to dim, and he says, "Not even gonna give me a chance to utter any last words?"
I don't say anything to him. I just take him out.
Oh my goodness.
As you're swinging, I'm trying to ask him how he starts this ship up.
Where are the keys?
So that is, oh my goodness. That's 4 plus, that is 11 points of damage.
Wow.
Oh, wait, sorry, 12.
Oh my goodness. Okay, so you clearly cleave his head straight off his shoulders. It goes rolling across the floor at the hangar, and his body just falls limply forward. The claws of this creature seem to like just fall out limply, and in one of his hands you notice he was holding what looks like a drive of some sort that you would put into a part of the control station on board to start up the ship.
Oh, nice. I had 2 advantage, so I was actually going to ask if that could happen, but you did it for me. Thank you.
Wow. Nice. This could be useful.
Lorik just kind of like spits on the corpse and begins walking up the ramp.
I'm going to sock the remaining security droid.
Give him a punch.
Go for it. Go for it. Give me a roll.
5 to spare.
Oh.
4 advantage.
All right. So you managed to knock him over, and he definitely seems to be kicking and sputtering and shorting out, but he's not dead, but he's not going to be any sort of problem.
Nice.
All right, so let's run into the ship and try and get this thing going as quickly as possible before the Imperials come back.
Yeah, I need to get out of here. What should we do? This mess on the loading ramp.
I'm going to kick the droids off the ramp and they fall into the heaps
I
on the
come
side.
back out with a broom and just kind of like sweep.
Broom, sweep up the blood.
All
All right,
right.
who has the hypermatter igniter right now?
I don't know.
I believe that was a Skara.
Okay, yeah, I got that thing.
So yeah, Scar, we need this ASAP. You got it?
Yeah. Oh, you're a pilot. Do you know where I plug this thing in?
I'm a pilot, not a mechanic.
Oh, shoot.
I just want to go ahead and let you guys know that while it is needed to take off into hyperspace, it's not needed to actually take off
fly,
to lift
yeah.
to lift the ship off the ground and out of the
I'm gonna jump into the cockpit and start warming this thing up.
Would we know where to put the hypermatter igniter?
You could give me a mechanics check whenever you get in the engine room.
Oh my goodness. Not my specialty, but I will do it. What is the difficulty on that?
It's easy.
All right, so 1. Oh my gosh. And nothing. My roll actually totally cancels out.
So you walk in there, look around, walk back
I
out.
thought it was the bathroom.
Blank stare.
I love it. I love it. I love it so much. Oh my goodness. You just sort of like, you walk back out and you stand there and you shrug.
Yeah.
I'm gonna start taking the ship off. Is that
Yeah,
do I have to make a check for that?
so did one of you pick up that piece from Trax's hand?
Yeah, the pilot did.
Okay.
The
all
key,
right.
right? Yeah, it's in the ignition. We're
Yeah.
good to go.
All right. So the crate fang thrums around you as its engines power up, and slowly you feel it lifting off through the, or from the floor of the hangar. Once you're sure that you've gained a sufficient height, you kind of direct it out through the hangar bay doors and into the bright sunlight of Tatooine sky.
I'm gonna yell back there to Lorik. How are we doing on the hypermatter reactor igniter?
I yelled back at him in the language of the Wookiees. I said, I haven't found the engine room yet.
What does that sound like?
Wow, that sounded amazing with the echo effect.
I know, it's so good.
Nice.
All right.
Ascara, take care of that, please.
Yeah, I'll try to look around too.
So soon the Shuuta vanishes behind you as you race out into the sunlight and the dune sea that's stretched before you of sands, and you climb towards outer space. However, you suddenly hear an alert klaxon blaring all around you as you leave Tatooine's atmosphere. Several spherical starfighters with distinctive hexagonal wings assemblies appear on the ship's scanners, screaming in on an intercept course. I don't know if I have to tell you.
Ascara,
These are TIE fighters.
Yeah.
The starfighters. What are we gonna do?
What? Oh,
You guys get
no.
kicked out?
Yeah.
So what are we gonna do?
What I would say, if this was my game that I was running, I would just say that we hand-wavy kind of make it out.
Aw, I wanted to finish.
I know, but we're right at the end of the module, so it's fine.
The big starship battle.
Are you
Yeah.
guys in a
It's gonna be
conference room or
awesome.
something?
No, we're at the
Our
school.
internet at home is really awful, so we have to play up at the school.
Oh, okay.
Oh, that
These are the
stinks. I'm
closing?
sorry, guys.
Oh, no problem.
All right,
understand.
so we'll just say that you guys successfully beat the TIE fighters. You managed to execute evasive maneuvers and totally lose them. Ascara is actually really good with the guns on board, and she manages to blast a couple of TIE fighters. Once you guys have cleared Tatooine and jumped into light speed, you have time to sort of explore the ship, and you each find 1,000 credits.
So who actually installed the hypermatter reactor igniter?
That would be you.
Okay, so I ran out from the controls, ran back there, grabbed the hypermatter reactor igniter from the Wookiee, shoved it in the spot, and then ran back to the controls and punched it.
Right.
Yeah.
She has a key for it.
If you'll just walk up when you leave, I appreciate it.
Sorry.
No problem.
We were interrupted again.
Best YouTube video ever.
Yep. What a way to end it. Well, I hope you guys had fun. Everybody take 35 experience points, and I don't know if you want to pick this up another time, we can do that.
Yeah, I've definitely been looking for
Um,
a DM for this for a really long time.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, it was super fun. Very nice job. That was great.
I DM
Oh,
another game. I
thank
just
you.
don't have the time to DM this one, so I need someone to do
Yeah,
it for me.
I totally understand. I'm a big fan of Star Wars, so this was a lot of fun for me, and it was not nearly as terrifying as I thought it was going to be.
No, you did a great job for your
Yeah,
first
you
D&D
did really
experience.
well, Megan.
Thank you
Yeah.
so much.
I think you'll find that
Thank
the
you.
players tend to carry it a lot too, so you don't have to stress out quite as
Yeah,
much. Cause,
absolutely,
That's what I
absolutely.
told her. I said, just trust your players, and they
Yeah.
will get you through it.
Exactly. Yeah, I found that to be true
Well,
in almost all
the
the games
big
I've
thing that
run.
I was worried about was like flavor text and combat, just making combat not feel boring and static. But I guess that kind of comes with experience. So
Yeah.
hopefully next time it's a little more fun.
Oh,
I
no.
think it was pretty fun this time, but yeah, definitely. Yeah, you'll get better into the flow of it the more you do it.
The nice thing
Well,
about
I
this.
mean specifically like combat.
Yeah,
I want
exactly.
you to feel like the enemies are actual threats. Like obviously the stormtroopers are threats because they have just crazy overpowered weapons and they soak a ton. Um, but I kind of want to, know the NPCs well enough so that whenever I'm like controlling them in combat, I can react quickly. And at the moment, I'm just not at that point. So
Yeah, it'll
Oh,
come
man.
with practice. But yeah, you did a great
yeah,
job for first time. Definitely.
thank you so much.
Yeah, it's
Um,
awesome. So much fun.
well, I hope everybody enjoyed this. We're definitely going to try to make this a common thing. And if you guys would like to play again, just let me know and we can set something up later.
Yeah,
Um,
definitely keep me in the loop. I'll join. I love Star Wars.
yeah, this was a lot of fun, and the first time that I actually played through this adventure, it was. I mean, it wasn't my favorite, but it wasn't boring. But like this time, I don't know if it was just the fact that I was running it, but I was like, yeah, this is really good adventure. I really enjoyed this.
As the person who ran the first one, yeah, you did a much better job than I did.
Oh, thank you.
I like that
That
we
was
got
your
to explore more of
that
the
was your
city.
first like RPG ever, so
Oh, wow.
don't be too hard on yourself. Yeah, when we first got into role playing, we started with Star Wars.
Really? Wow,
Oh.
first timer with Star Wars. That's cool.
Yeah.
Not an easy one to pick up for your first one, I think.
No. No, it's really complicated.
Yeah, it's definitely a thick rule set. Yeah.
But yeah.
Good job.
All right. Well, it is almost 9:30. Thank you guys so much for joining me, and I hope to do this again sometime. And for all of you watching out there, I don't know how many people we had. I don't know where the like viewers thing is, but hopefully you enjoyed this. And if you're watching this on the playback on our new channel, Abstract Reality, welcome, and I hope you all have a good night.
All right. Good night,
Bye,
everyone.
guys. See you later.
All right, bye.